We all remember Elon Musk paying $44 billion for Twitter. And now it's come out that he is heavily overpaid for where Twitter is now. What would be valued at today? In an email that came out from what he said Twitter's valued at based on stock compensation for employees at Twitter. But what Elon Musk is doing with Twitter, I think we are watching this app collapse. And you would have thought when he bought it that there is no way Elon Musk can make Twitter worse. It was already terrible. It was already the worst place on the internet. No one enjoys going to Twitter. But Elon Musk, through thick and thin, somehow he figured it out how to make Twitter worse. But before he did that, he lost tons of money on Twitter. You can see that he bought it for 44 billion, now valued at 20 billion dollars by Elon himself. And you can see that's from Elon here saying Twitter's now worth about 20 billion from an email he sent to the company's employees on Friday is like cut in half, right? More than cut in half. 44 billion down to 20 billion. That's not a great investment. And Elon Musk is proving himself time and time again while running Twitter that he doesn't know what he's doing. He has no clue. He doesn't know about advertising when he gets called out and talks about stuff with people making valid points. He doesn't know how to respond to them. He doesn't know what he's doing running a social media app because no one is willing to buy the Twitter thing. And he's basically forcing you to. And that's what I think is killing Twitter. And we're going to see that in a little bit here. But you can see Elon said Twitter's being reshaped rapidly and that the company could be thought of as an inverse startup, which doesn't make much sense. An inverse startup. So, like, what? The opposite of a startup is a super successful business. I mean, that's not Twitter, right? That's definitely not Twitter. They don't even make any money. So they're not super successful. And the reason that they're going down this road, that Twitter's being forced down really, is because Elon Musk saddled the company with $1 billion of debt and they need to make those interest payments, and it's just not good. I think it's $1 billion a year that they have to pay in the interest payments. It's just not, it's not sustainable. Twitter doesn't make money, so how are they going to be saddled with this debt? And what makes it even worse, we know Twitter is valued at $20 billion now. That's around what Snapchat is valued. I think Snapchat's around 20 or 18 billion, somewhere around there. And you can see Snapchat has about 375 million daily active users compared to Twitter's 237.8 million in their final public disclosures before it went private. So maybe that's up a little bit, even if you say that that's up to 300 million, that Elon Musk buying Twitter and doing all this stuff made everything explode, and they've added almost 70 million users, and they've done that. It's still less than Snapchat. And Twitter itself is an app that feels a lot bigger than it really is. If you would have looked at just Snapchat and Twitter, not knowing the numbers, I think the vast majority of people would assume Twitter is bigger than Snapchat, but it's not. Snapchat is way bigger than Twitter, and they can't figure it out. So if they have the users and they can't figure out this stuff, what is Twitter in a position to do? And then the crazy part, because there's always something crazy with Elon Musk. He's talking about the stock compensation here, saying these awards will be granted under the $20 billion valuation. And Elon Musk also said in the email that he believed Twitter could someday be worth $250 billion. I think that is crazy. $250 billion. You think Twitter is going to be worth? No way. No way at all. If Snapchat, who has like 100 million more users, more than 100 million more daily active users. They've got the attention spans of people on Snapchat. If they aren't printing money and figuring it out, and Twitter is smaller than them, what is Twitter going to do? The only thing Twitter's got that they're trying to push down everyone's throat is a subscription model for you to pay to use the app, which isn't very popular. So saying that this company will be worth $250 billion is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And people will write this off and say, well, people thought it was crazy when he said Tesla would do this and that. But he can have one stellar company that he probably should focus on, right? This is taking away attention and resources from Tesla. He's taking his time from Tesla, putting it into Twitter. Is that a good thing? Is that net good for Twitter? Is it net good for Tesla? Is it a negative for both? It could be that. It could be that. It could be a negative for both because he's not a specialized person. really caring about this Twitter app, but he could really care about Tesla and green energy and all this stuff that he seems to have cared about for years now. But now he's ditching that for a social media app. So both of them are losing. It's a lose-lose. And with Elon Musk focusing his time on Twitter, he is making terrible decisions. The way that these social media apps, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, the way that they're flourishing is because it's a seamless experience for free. The users of those apps don't have to pay anything to get a seamless, great experience. But that's not going to be the case with Twitter. Elon Musk tweeted here saying, starting April 15th, only verified accounts will be eligible to be in For You recommendations, and that this is the only realistic way to address the advanced AI bot swarms taking over, otherwise a hopeless losing battle, and voting in polls will also require verification for the same reason. So I'm sure if you put enough brain power together, you can come up with some sort of solution to limit the bots without needing people to pay for your service. Maybe maybe you could go through like a verification to verify you're a human with ID and stuff, and that could be a free process. But obviously then you don't make any money off of that, and Twitter is drowning in debt. So this seems like a desperation play to force people to pay for Twitter. Twitter is becoming the pay to use app. If you don't pay to use Twitter, you will be just assumed to be a bot. You won't be able to have any discoverability because anything on the For You page has to be paid for. You won't be able to vote in polls because you got to pay for that. And you have to basically pay to be seen on the website. If you don't pay, you're not going to be seen. And that, I think, is going to be a detrimental blow to Twitter. The users of Twitter, the users of any social media site, want to be able to post their stuff and have people that follow them see it. People want to also see the posts of the people they follow. A lot of people like how social media used to be before all the advanced algorithm For You pages came out, where it was if you followed someone, that's the stuff you saw. You saw their tweets, you saw their posts. If you followed them, you saw them. You unfollowed them, you stopped seeing them. It's crazy concept that the people you follow, you want to see their posts, but I mean, we've abandoned that now. And for Twitter Blue, it's already a service that nobody wants. Like, it is not popular. It is nowhere near as popular as Elon thought it would be when it first came out. People don't care about paying for a check mark, and people especially feel like you are using them. Any users of Twitter are going to feel like you are using them as a piggy bank to try and suck them dry of money to force them to pay to use the app. If YouTube forced users to pay a fee to be able to watch a certain amount of videos, to be able to watch 3 or more videos a day, say you got to pay us for that privilege, or you got to pay us to comment on videos, you have to pay us to like or dislike the video, that would go wrong. People would abandon YouTube, and I think Twitter is going to go down that exact same path. They're going down this subscription model because they desperately need money, but I think it's the killing blow to Twitter, and Elon's delivering it, because when you start forcing people to pay for something, they're just going to stop using it. That's going to do it for this video. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.